Hello, thanks for joining us again on the channel. Okay, yes, we've reviewed a lot of these. Too many, probably. But trust me, this one stands out. It caught me off guard, in a good way. Before we get started, there's a special discount if you're interested. The link is in the description and also in the top comment. Now, let's not waste any more time and jump right into the details.
Starting things off, our first reviewer gives us their perspective.
This reviewer purchased this electric scooter primarily to provide a mobility solution for a family member with back trouble, making it easier to navigate large campgrounds. Upon its arrival, the unit was found to be very well packaged yet simple to unbox. Our reviewer was immediately impressed with the build quality, noting that the scooter feels surprisingly solid and well-made, which accounts for its substantial weight. There is no flimsy sheet metal here. The heft comes from a sturdy frame, not the battery. A significant reason for selecting this particular model was its lithium battery, a feature this client preferred over the lead-acid batteries common in many competing products. While preparing for the first use, our reviewer did encounter a point of concern. The initial charge was quick, but they were disappointed to read a warning in the manual about the dangers of overcharging, which can reduce battery life. This client felt a modern device should have a smart charger that automatically cuts off power when full, especially given the safety risks associated with lithium-ion batteries. As a precaution, they plan to never leave this commuter charging unattended and will use a separate timer to prevent accidental overcharging until the system has proven itself trustworthy. That concern aside, the initial ride was a very positive experience. The scooter provided a stable, reasonably comfortable, and quiet adventure. It felt quite quick, though top speed was not a priority and was not tested. For its intended user, the comfort of the seat is the most important factor, and it was found to be more than adequate. The brakes, while a little noisy, were noted as being very effective. Overall, despite the minor issue with the charging protocol, the first impressions of this personal transporter are very favorable.
Excellent. Let's find out what our next reviewer has to share about their experience.
This reviewer found this electric scooter to be a fantastic solution for getting around their large property. Originally purchased as an alternative to a noisy and expensive gas-guzzling riding mower for simple tasks, it has since become a source of genuine fun. Our reviewer notes that this commuter really moves on their long paved driveway, making trips down to the mailbox an enjoyable experience. They even find themselves making up excuses just to have a reason to go out and ride it around. The scooter's performance has been surprisingly robust. This client discovered it has more than enough power to not only carry their own weight, but also to pull a small, makeshift trailer fashioned from a hand truck. This has proven incredibly useful for hauling small tools for property maintenance or for taking a trash bag to the curb on collection day. Impressively, this electric scooter can handle this extra load even when going through grass, which has been a huge help for tasks like working on a fence line away from the driveway. The only minor drawbacks mentioned were related to the user manual, which was found to be lacking in detail. For a first-time rider, this created some confusion. For example, it wasn't clear what the 4 rows of green lines on the battery indicator meant, or if the key's final turn position did anything other than switch on the headlight. The biggest hurdle was figuring out how to accelerate, a problem solved only when their granddaughter pointed out the small rotating throttle on the handlebar. However, these small complaints did not detract from the overall experience, and this client states that they absolutely love their new scooter.
Cool. Let's uncover what our next reviewer has to say.
This reviewer has been using this electric scooter for a while now, and it's been serving its purpose remarkably well. In fact, our reviewer even had a rather dramatic incident involving getting hit while crossing a crosswalk. The scooter took a bit of a tumble and ended up with some scratches, but impressively, it continued to operate perfectly fine afterwards, a testament to its surprising durability. However, a couple of minor points are worth noting. This client found the kickstand to be a bit unstable, often requiring multiple adjustments to ensure the scooter doesn't tip over. They wondered if a bag and phone holder attached to the front might contribute to this imbalance. Another feature that proved a bit challenging was folding down the handlebar. It demands a good deal of strength, with both our reviewer and their partner struggling with it. On a more positive note, the scooter comes with 2 keys, and the seat is described as genuinely comfortable, which isn't always a given with such devices. Our reviewer initially acquired the scooter because they don't drive and needed a reliable way to get to work and navigate city life. Living in an urban environment makes walkability high, but an electric scooter simply enhances that mobility, especially when public transport isn't always dependable, a frustration this client readily shared. Despite the manual suggesting it doesn't handle bumps well, the scooter has proven capable of pushing through the city's less than smooth sidewalks and streets. While the absence of hydraulics does mean a bumpier, slower ride on uneven surfaces, it consistently gets our reviewer where they need to go. Overall, this client considers it a great scooter and hasn't encountered any significant issues. As colder weather approaches, they're hopeful the positive experience will continue. Though our reviewer is planning to upgrade to a moped and pass the scooter along to their partner, they express genuine affection for it and confide.
That's it for this one. If you found this helpful, tap that like button and subscribe for more. Got thoughts? Questions? Let's talk in the comments. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.